So you're going to go first, and then
I don't need a mic or nothing.
we don't have one to give you. Charles, do we have a second mic for her? No? Okay. Okay, we're going to get started. Can you turn off the music, please, and thank you. Just welcome everybody.
Miss Shelia Malcolm, transformational empowerment coach, speaker, fitness strategist. Shelia helps high achievers break through limitations, accelerate success, and create lasting impact. As the creator of Destiny Pathways, Shelia equips her clients with the mindset, strategy, and accountability needed to turn their aspirations into tangible results. She specializes in high-performance coaching, leadership development, and purpose-driven success, working with individuals and corporate teams to cultivate resilience, discipline, and confidence. Her coaching blends mental fitness, execution strategies, and purpose-driven success, empowering clients to step into their divine assignments, experience joy, and build a legacy. Guys, I introduce to you no other than our co-leader for Young Adults Ministry is Ms. Shelia Malcolm.
She has on too. Thank you so much for that introduction.
Sure.
At the end of the day, all those words mean absolutely nothing if when life hits you, you don't know how to get up. My main purpose for doing what I do is because of the things that I've been through in my life.
Amen.
And when you've gone through enough stuff, you know face down is not the place to stay, but you got to go there sometimes. And so all the skills that I learned at church, right? I started at church. So many years ago, I participated in what we call a spiritual gift test. And the first thing that came up on the list was this word, exhortation. I'm like, what is that? It's like an old English word. I did my homework and I found out it was encouragement. I'm like, okay, I do that already, easy for me. And as time went on, I started to wonder, can I make money doing that? And I found out, yes, I could. I started doing more research to find out, what else can I do to really make this happen? So while I was in corporate, I spent 25 years in corporate. I learned everything I could, and then at the top of COVID, middle of COVID, 2021, God said goodbye to corporate America and hello to full-time coaching. So I've been coaching over, I would say about 11, 12 years now. So first it was a side gig, and now it's for real, for real. Side gig, for real, for real. And in the for real, I get to meet people all over the world. And I was sitting with my coach one day, because how many everybody needs a coach, right? All the most famous people that you know on TV, every one of them have at least 4 coaches. They have coaches for their finances, they have coaches for their health, they have coaches for workout, for this, for that. Every one of them have at least 4 coaches, because we all want to be successful. And in order for you to be successful, you've got to hook your caboose to somebody that knows the way, who have done it better, who knows how, and that's how we grow, right? You find people that's doing what you like, what you want to know. And so after learning that I could literally make money by coaching, and it's a passion of mine, and you'll find out in the presentation today how all of this come together, right? And it's so important that you know what you need to know. So before we get into the meat of it, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to have Kenny play a video. And I want you to listen to it really, really good. And we have some interactive stuff. Going to have some forms you need to, check off some things and check in with yourself to see where you are. And then we're going to talk about it further. All right? Kenny, you ready?
It was like I was in this sport. On the right, freedom, fire, tone, music, intensity, the life we want to live. And on the left over here was 9 to 5, be realistic. All that stuff's a pipe dream, all that, the world take over here. Now, the enemy was trying to use everybody to show me like, oh, all that stuff, that's just dream. This over here, God was trying to tell you great, I got something for you. So I turned the mic up. And I'm mad. Because I'm about to lose, I'm about to give. The enemy's pulling me this way, and it's been so long since I've seen any successes in my life. And I said, I was born a champion. Raised a champion. I got champion in my bloodline. All I ever been was a champion. I had to start speaking that which I was. See, the word comes first. You speak. Death and life in the power of the tongue, those that never shall eat no fruits thereof. I spoke. If you heard me talking about the champion, the enemy's over there saying, you really believe all that stuff you're saying? I'm the head, not the tail, born not below. I'm blessed and unstoppable. I don't believe.
Sorry.
Amen. I don't believe.
Try that one more time. Technical difficulties. Absolutely. I don't believe. Sorry from the judge.
I was in this sport. On the right, freedom, fire, true music, intensity, the life we want to live. And on the left over here was 9 to 5, be realistic. All that stuff's a pipe dream, all that, the world take over here. Now, the enemy was trying to use everybody to show me like, oh, all that stuff, that's just dream. This over here, God was trying to tell you great, I got something for you. So I turned the mic up. And I'm mad. Because I'm about to lose, I'm about to give. The enemy's pulling me this way, and it's been so long since I've seen any successes in my life. And I said, I was born a champion. Raised a champion. I got champion in my bloodline. All I ever been was a champion. I had to start speaking that which I was. See, the word comes first. You speak. Death and life in the power of the tongue, those that never shall eat no fruits thereof. I spoke. If you heard inside the mind of a champion, the enemy's over there saying, you really believe all that stuff you're saying? I'm the head, not the tail, born not below. I'm blessed and unstoppable. I don't believe.
What's going on today?
Oh, the devil. Same spot.
And it was working fine all day. Jesus, the offense. You wouldn't last 5 seconds, Chris. So that's what the last 6 seconds.
I'm the head, not the tail, born not below. I'm blessed and unstoppable. I don't believe.
I we could offer the person at that point. Okay. Let's see if I can do this way.
Thank you again so much for your intense soundness.
this fork. On the right, freedom, fire, truth, music, intensity, the life we want to live. And on the left over here was 9 to 5, be realistic. All that stuff's a pipe dream, all that, the world tech over here. Now, the enemy was trying to use everybody to sow me like, oh, all that stuff, that's just dream. This over here, God was trying to tell me, you great, I got something for you. So I turned the mic up. And I'm mad, because I'm about to lose it, I'm about to give. The enemy's pulling me this way, and it's been so long since I've seen any successes in my life. And I said, I was born a champion, raised a champion. I got champion in my bloodline. All I ever been was a champion. I had to start speaking that which I was. See, the word comes first. You speak. Death and life in the power of the tongue, those that never shall eat the fruits thereof. I spoke. If you heard inside the mind of a champion, the enemy's on the left saying, you really believe all that stuff you're saying? I am the head, not the tail, born not below. I'm blessed and unstoppable. I don't believe a person should be called a champion.
All right. Something's going on with the video. That's it.
Yeah, let's just keep it going. Just go to the next slide. Things like this happen in life. And I want you to know that's where your resilience comes from. You can't bow to things like this. And I've gone through enough things in my life to know that when things like this happen, you got to lean in and know that something good is on the other side of that. You cannot let interruptions stop you. You cannot let you falling down stop you. So today we're going to learn a few things about a career path that you should find joy in it. Because if I didn't find joy in what I'm doing today, I would cover my face and maybe run to a corner and hide. But I've been through enough to know that this thing right here is a blessing, and this is why the enemy is fighting us on it. So the question is, have you ever woken up and feel like something is missing even when everything is fine in your life? You're like, something is missing. My question to you is, could it be your Ikigai? So Ikigai, some of you may know it, some of you this might be brand new for you. What it is, it's a Japanese term for reason for being. Why are you here? What's your purpose? Are you just taking up space? It's important to know why you're here. And there is a saying that there's 2 times that you need to know that's important in someone's life. The day you're born and the day you found out why. The day I found out why I was here was a day of revelation for me. It's so important that you know why you're here. And as we continue in this presentation, you will find out more why I'm here. Because I believe I'm here to add value. I'm here to get with you in the trenches and help you to get up. I'm here because I'm built for this kind of stuff. Yes. Right? You need to know who you are, whose you are, and how to get up. Right? So when I get in the trenches with my clients, I hold the space. Because sometimes they are nervous, they're scared, they're worried what to do. I have to let them see. Because when you're in the frame, you cannot see the picture. So I'm able to let them see what I see around them, what I see in you. Right? The goal is to let people know what you see so you speak it. So the goal of that video was to show you what's in you. You need to be on fire. You need to have passion about it. So for each of you that's here, if you put your name on the list, I'll give you a sign up. I'll send you the slide so you'll have it, or it's recorded. But you'll have the link so you can go back and listen to the video on your own. Because to get it. But you'll get it, don't you worry. Right? So Ikigai is in the intersection, smack dab in the middle of your passion, your mission, your vocation, and your profession. You need to know why you are here. All right? Next slide. So why does it matter? Because you want to live life with purpose. You want to have fulfillment. When the alarm go off, you don't want to take it and throw it across the room. When the alarm go off, you want to say, okay, I'm going to get up now. I need to go. you're not going to hit it 10 times and put snooze. You want to be motivated in your work. You want to have joy. Does it look like I have joy at what I do? I got joy no matter what. I can do this if I don't get paid, but I do get paid. I love it. And the thing is, it's important to know what's on the inside of you, because what's on the inside will come out. When things happen like that video not working, that's a good example to show you. You will get pitfalls, you will get stop signs, you will get detour, you bruise your knees, but you got to get up. Right? You got to get up. So knowing what your Ikigai is helps you to be resilient when challenges come. We are facing a huge challenge right now in the United States with everything going on in the world. So we have to pivot. We have to know how to bounce back. What do we do? Do we throw in the towel and cry? Or do you cry for a little bit and get up and fight? What do you do? Knowing your Ikigai helps you to experience joy in what you do. It also is very rewarding. But two main things, and that's why they're highlighted in green, you need to be aligned with the work that you do. So there's some handout under there, Kaya. So I'm going to hand out the one with the core values. There's two things that you need to know: your core values and your Ikigai. So we're going to pause for a minute while you check that off. There's some pencils as well there. Hand them out, and I want to circle your top 10 core values. And then I need you to narrow it down to your top 5, and then your top 3. Right? 10, 5, 3. Pencil, pen, they're over there. Kenny's coming. And the reason why I want you to make sure you know what your core values are is because when you know your core values, whether you're in a professional relationship or a personal relationship, if your values are being eroded, if your values are being rubbed against, you're going to know that something is wrong. I need to make a change. Right? So take 5 minutes and circle your top 10. Some more pens are needed over here, pens and pencils. Yep, top 10, then narrow it down to your top 5, then narrow it down to your top 3.
So the way to do that might be to circle the top 10 and then of those top 10, write down the top 5 on the bottom, and then out of those top 5, cross out 7 of them and leave me with your top 3.
Yep,
If that makes sense.
you can do it that way, or you can just write it on the side, whatever works for you. Right? So who's going to set a timer for me? Set a timer for 5 minutes. So it's going to be your top 10. What are those values that jump out to you? That these are my non-negotiables. I have to have these in my life. Right? And after you get your 10, cross off 5 of them, narrow it down, and then cross off some more until you get to 3. And for those of you who are online, I will get that to you, or you can just go into Google and search core values and get that sheet and check it off, and then you can, share that with us. So go to Google and just search core values, a list of core values, and you can find that list, like 125 that's on the list. Narrow it down to your top 10, then your top 5, and then your top 3. Top 3. And I'm also going to ask a volunteer to share after, so.
Amen.
No. Mm-mm. Did you put the 5 minutes on the timer? Okay, cool.
We got 3 more minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay. So 10, 5, and 3. And I'm going to need a couple of people to share. So one of the main reasons in knowing what your core values are, I had a client that came to me on Thursday, and she said, Coach, there's some stuff going on with me and my boss at work. I've lost my excitement for work. I'm no longer motivated. I'm no longer excited. They even recognize me, and I don't want it. I'm like, okay, tell me more. So as a coach, you will know that we ask a lot of questions. We don't give advice. We ask lots of questions because we already know you know what to do. We already know you have the answer within you. But we help to move away the clutter, move away the noise, move away everything that's in your way to get to the bottom of it. So we only had a half an hour, and I kept asking her questions. So then I got to the point where I asked her, what are your core values? And she said her top two is honesty and trustworthiness. And would you believe it turned out that people in her leadership did some funny business. She found out about it, they fixed it, but she felt away on the inside. Whenever you're in a relationship, whether it's a professional relationship or a personal relationship, if you know what your core values are, and there are things rubbing against it, that these things are coming up that is just not right, you're going to start feeling away. That's a sign to tell you, I need to spend some time to find out what exactly is the issue. So when she found out what happened, she's like, accepting a recognition from my group and from the company, I just don't feel right. So now we're getting a little bit deeper. What are you going to do? Are you going to stay in this job, or are you going to leave? Which one are you going to do? So here's the thing. In order for her to stay, she's got to use the gift of forgiveness. She's got to learn to forgive herself and to release them so she can continue to work there. But if she's wrestling with that and she's not able to do that, the next thing she has to do is figure out how to exit quietly. Find something else to do. Is our 5 minutes up?
Just about.
All right. So the main thing is to know what your core values are, because that's going to be your North Star to determine in your personal and professional life who you want to partner up with. What's the value of this company? What's their mission statement? What's their vision statement? What are the values that they have written on the wall? Are they living up to these values? And if they're not, you're going to know what you need to do. You'll take an inventory and you decide that, you know what? Okay. All right. So who's going to be my volunteer? I need 3 people to share what your top 3 things are. Go ahead. What's your name? Lydia? Shout it out, Lydia.
My top 3 are accountability, integrity, and trust.
Beautiful. Kaya?
Mine are nurturing, integrity, and joy.
Beautiful. Go ahead.
Integrity, problem solving, and openness.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, I'll squeeze you in, Kenny. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Creativity and both chosen and natural.
Okay. So my top 3 is faith, personal growth, and communication. Do you see any of it here?
Yeah.
So when you know what you know, it causes you to choose better. Choose your profession better. Make sure that your core values align with the things that you do. I was 4 years, right? My relationship went south. And when I zoomed out to figure out what went wrong, what I noticed was our core values were very different. I'm of a growth mindset. He was of a fixed mindset. So a growth mindset says, things can be changed. We can do stuff to change this up. We don't have to stay in this rut. We can figure this and that. We can get somebody to come in. And the fixed mindset said, nope, this is it. This is it. It's all over. We can't do anything about it. So when you know that you are a growth mindset, you're open to trying something different to improve. When you are a fixed mindset, it's like, nope, under hold, cover it down, and forget about it. So it's important that you know what your core values are. It's important that you know who you are at the core. Because when you know, you'll be able to guide yourself in the right profession, with the right people, and with the right resources that you need. All right, where's Kenny? So as we go into our next slide, we want to, that's going to be the next handout. We want to identify our Ikigai. So the Ikigai is right in the middle of your passion, vocation, mission, and profession. So your passion is, what do you love to do? What brings you excitement? Right? What brings you excitement? Your vocation, what are you good at? Start thinking about what are you good at? What skills do you have? What talents do you have? Can you develop them? Right? Your passion is, what does the world need that I have to give? How can I make a difference? Right? Can I get paid? That was a question I asked first. Can I get paid for what I do? And I can get paid, and it is sustainable. Right? So as you think about what you're passionate about, I want you to answer the questions on the bottom. Circle or put yes next to it or no, whatever that is. And as you're doing that, don't leave anything on the table. Don't minimize any gifts, any talents. Don't get rid of anything. Put it all there. Baking, cooking, dancing, whatever it is that you're passionate about. Because here's the thing with passion. When you're tired, when you're frustrated, passion's going to pick you up. You don't want to do it. I'm very passionate about the work I'm doing. I'm very passionate about helping people change their lives, to make a difference in the lives of people. There was a time that I used to minimize my skills, my gift. Because you know what? I'm a girl from Jamaica. And I talk with an accent. You may not hear it as much now. But what I used to share back in high school, and even when I started working in the corporate space, people would be like, can you say that again? Can you say it another way? I don't know what you mean. What are you saying? And I took it personal. And then I realized, you know what? God has given me a gift. I have something to say. So you know what I did? I did some research. I went on good friend Google, and I put in there, what is it that I need to do to improve how I talk, what I need to say. And they recommended Toastmasters. So I went to Toastmasters, and Toastmasters allowed me to find my wings. But I can fly. That's the question. No, I'm not. And while I was in Toastmasters, I had a coach. I still have the same coach today, believe it or not. We still keep in touch. And I'm able to run things through him and, check on how I'm showing up. What are the things that I'm doing? Right? And so, you guys are doing good?
Yeah.
Okay? Don't leave and don't minimize anything. What are you good at? What are you passionate about? What is your mission? And while I was in Toastmasters, I learned how to speak, because I know I can speak, right? So speaking is on there for you, or teaching is on there. Find it. Write it down. And then you can decide, who do you want to teach? So many people want to make an impact. We can make an impact in the world. But your work could be in your home or your apartment. Is there somebody in there that you can work with for them to change, for them to find out the gifts on the inside? So many times parents tell their kids, you need to be a lawyer, a doctor, teacher. But what if that child is good with their hands, a good mechanic, right? They're good artists. They're creative.
Yes.
As parents sometimes say, oh, no, you need to be this. I have a few Indian friends, and they said they were told they were going to have only 2 careers, well, maybe 3. IT was one, and doctor was the other, and the third was any profession, like a legal team. And so many people, children, they're gifted and they're talented, yet their parents minimize these giftedness in their children. So if you're a parent, if you're on uncle and you notice something in your niece, nephew, or your child, harness it. Help them to figure out how can this benefit them. Where can they go with this talent? How far can they take it? How can this make a difference in the world? Right? Are you guys good? Are you finished? All right. So in the first section, anybody have a no in the first section? What are you good at?
I love singing. I also love baking. I'm not like a creative professional baker, so I don't know how to make like designs and cakes and stuff like that, but I love doing it.
Okay.
I know how to do it. I'm pretty good at it. I can make something very standard. I like sleeping and resting. I don't know if that's one of the things.
No, ma'am. You need something that's going to make you money and that's going to pay the bills. Sleeping and resting, no.
What I do for work currently, also I teach kids. I teach swim. And I do program development for the after-school program at one of the Parks and Recreation facilities for the city of Atlanta. What I put a no for was if money weren't an issue, would you still do what you're doing? And the answer to that is no.
What was that one?
My answer is no too. If money weren't an issue.
Okay.
I love working with kids. I mean, I'm passionate about it, but it's not something that I would want to do like for the long run.
Okay. So I'm glad that you had a no, right? So if you have yeses, then that means you're in the right place. You're doing the right thing. But anywhere you see a no, it's an opening to say, I need to investigate here. If you're in that role now, and it's a no for you, if you wouldn't do it, if you were tired, or if you wouldn't get money from it, it's an indication that you need to explore a little bit more about something else. Because this work that I do, I'll do it whether I get paid or not.
Wow.
I just love what I do. I impact lives. I add value. I help people to get out of their own way. I help people to come beyond self-doubt, right? People who struggle with overwhelm and stress, not knowing what to do. People who see the glass half empty. I help them to see the glass half full. Why? Because I see what they don't see. We have to see the person as to who they can become and be able to point them to that, right? Anybody else had a no in any area? Go ahead.
So all of mine actually were no.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So you need to change jobs then, Kenny.
Or not so much no's as more like not really.
Not what?
Not really.
Not release.
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
There are aspects of what I do now that I like, and I know they are transferable. But the environment in which I do them in and who I'm doing with not so much. Yeah, definitely. Am I emotionally invested in the results of my results of work? Well, yeah, that's probably the only yes, because like you don't want to do anything that you got, that has your name on it and not be good at it. But everything else, like I'm not absorbed in it. There are aspects of it that I get absorbed in, but the totality of it, no. Am I more excited about getting up from work? I'm probably not excited about getting up from work. Unless I'm doing that thing that the aspect of the job, of the job, or that I really like to do, which is teaching and training.
Okay. Teaching and training. So that's good. At least you identify what it is you want.
And if money weren't an issue, would I still do what I want to do? Probably not. Which is why I'm already in that sort of thing.
Right. Thank you for sharing that. Because on the 23rd, we're going to have, this is part one, we're going to have part two. You're going to have people on the site. You're going to be able to bring your resume, have one-to-one conversation, and see if what you're doing, how you need to adjust, and where you need to be. You're going to be able to talk to people directly in the particular profession that you may be aspiring toward, and find out some answers to some questions that you may have. Because it's important that you partner with companies, with jobs, or with whatever you do, because you're getting something out of it and you're giving back. So your cup is being filled and you're filling somebody's cup. It's not one directional. So many people go to work today and they are tired, frustrated, and want to just walk away. They're over it. They spend all this money, went to college, and they're not working in that field at all. Right? For those of you online, I'll get these handouts to you. So hang tight. I apologize for not getting to you before. Let's go to the next slide. Anybody else want to share? Let's go to the next slide. So here is teaching. So for me, teaching was in every circle. And I didn't consider myself a teacher. But with what I'm doing, I'm not a motivational speaker. I tell people I'm a motivational teacher. I'm not just a coach. I teach you how to be resilient. I teach you how to find things in your life to be able to help you mentally. I help you to look at the negative things you've been through, turn it around, reframe it, and pull out the good that's in it, and use that good to fuel your mind to get up. You've got to learn to bounce back. So me telling you what to do is not going to help you. Me teaching you, look in the middle of that mess, find is going to help you to get more relief. So this paper, take it home with you and really spend some time around what is it you're good at. And if you don't know, ask a trusted friend, a family member, somebody that knows you, that can say to you, I see you do this well. Because sometimes when we're in the frame, we can't see the picture. So we need people around us to tell us what they see. Do you have anybody in your life that you can ask this honest question to? Yeah. And you don't want yes people. You don't want, oh, you're good at that. No, they're going to say, that right there, no, don't do it again. Don't give up your day job. Don't do it. You want people that's going to tell you the honest to God truth. Right? So did anybody have all yeses on their paper? No? So that's a telltale sign, right? To really think about what you're doing now. Because the idea for this presentation is to give you help to open up your mind to think outside the box. It's not about just going to work. Your well-being is important. Stress is on the rise. And you want to do something that no matter what, you're going to find joy. Because even though there's chaos in this world, when the therapists finish with the clients that I need, they just send them to me. Because the therapists deal with stuff back there, the trauma and the drama. And as a coach, I get with you and we go forward. The stuff back there, I don't deal with unless it's something that serves you. I said, back, reach for it, grab it and pull it forward. Did you do something back there that can help you today in what you're dealing with? Now bring it forward, right? Anything else, let it stay back there. That's not my goal. As a coach, I help you to think outside the box and build your mental fitness. How can you grow? What can you learn from this mess, right? Do not just go over and play dead. Lift it up. When I went through my divorce, I asked myself, what do you have left? Here's the thing. Writing was not something that I thought I could do because in college, in high school, my teacher told me, you write like you talk. But here's the thing that I learned many years later. There are editors for that. Just write how you talk and they'll fix it. What is it that you can do that you're standing in your own way? Are you a writer? Can you take a class in professional filmmaking, photography, and connect with the right people? Join masterminds and people that know what you need to know that can tell it to you. Why suffer in what you're doing? You want to be able to roll out of bed before the alarm, or if there's no alarm, you want to be able to be excited. I am excited about changing lives. I feel like I'm right up there with the doctors. You know why? Because they're fixing their physical. I'm fixing the mental. Because if you can get it right here, you're going to be good. Because you're going to talk to yourself differently. You're going to have more emotions that are healthy. You're going to be able to understand that this right here is happening today, but it doesn't have to happen tomorrow. What can I learn from this today to make my tomorrow a better day? What can I learn from this moment to make my next moment better? Do I look happy to you? Happy is an outside word. And why I say outside? Because this happiness is on the outside. It moves. For example, for those of you who own a home, I remember when I bought my first house. I was excited until something broke. When the washing machine went, when the boiler went, I was like, ugh. But here is the thing. When you have joy, no matter what's going on, you're going to be excited. Because when I found my joy in the middle of my chaos, when the things start breaking in the house, I realized that even though the washing machine broke, I have a roof over my head. Even though the fridge is not working, I know how to walk to the neighbor and ask for help. You start thinking differently, resourcefully. You start thinking outside the box. We have got to make sure that we think outside the box and ask yourself, what can I find in the middle of this mess to give me joy? And joy is something you can find at any time, in anything, in any situation, no matter what's going on. But happiness moves. You get frustrated, your happiness is gone. But if you have joy, you're going to have a little pep in your step. You're going to sing in spite of the tears coming down. That's the work I do. No matter what my clients are going through, I'm able to help them to see what's on the other side. I'm able to help them to look at the word impossible, go with it, and move them apart. I am possible. The impossible is no longer one word. It's now two. I am. And when you know that you are possible, you are connecting with the God in you. You know, that the God that's in you going to make a way to make it possible. You may not know how to do it, but he will connect you to someone who knows how to do it. So it's important to find what you're good at and find people who are doing it. This is why we have the internet. Use ChatGPT and all these AI out there. Use these tools to find out what is my Ikigai and go hard or go home. Next slide. How is this for you? Is it making sense? Are you feeling it? You're getting it?
I'm getting it.
Right?
Thank you, Coach.
So we already answered these questions, right? Whatever you do, make sure that you are inspired. It inspires you first, so then you can pass it on to your students, whoever's in the space that you're working with. Next slide. So applying Ikigai, while the Japanese, they use it to identify bliss, a place of bliss. In the Western world, they use it to find out what is that career that I would like that's purpose-driven. I attach what I do to purpose. I was working for the top financial advisors in Merrill Lynch Bank of America for 25 years. And even though I love that, this here, what I do, I love it even more. So I had to say goodbye to that and say hello to this. And no matter what, I am excited about the work I do because I'm helping people to change their life, to get out of the mess and see the message in it, get out of the test and see the testimony in it. Amen. The testimony that they can have. They're impacting lives and they're changing the world. Right? When you align with your Ikigai, you feel better. You feel joy even though it may be hard. It's not going to be perfect. Don't think I have a perfect day every day, but I still find joy in it. It eliminates activity that don't serve you. If you know you're doing this and this and this and it's not helping you, get rid of it. When you find you're going to know this and this here is not pointing me to the outcome that I want. This is not helping me, right? And then you're not going to find it perfectly in one sitting. So this is why I'm saying take the handouts home, go back to it again if you have it in your notes, and refine. Do it again. Ask for help. Connect with people that may know you a little bit more than you think you know yourself. Trusted people, and that they can help you with it. Here are the things that you have to overcome. Fear. Fear of change. Fear will cripple you. But how many of you know that fear will always have fear? But here's the thing. Here is what I'm going to recommend you do, because I had to do it. You hold fear in one hand. You grab a hold of faith in the other. You grab a hold of courage. You grab a hold of perseverance. And fear is not going to go away. But these over here are going to help you to manage this one. You've got to be balanced. You can't allow fear to come into your home and take over. Come into your career and take over. Come into your life and take over. If you know there is something that your heart desire, I want to make a difference in this world. I want to have purpose in my life. I want to have fulfillment. I want when the alarm go off in the morning, I'm going to a career, a job, a field that I love. I'm making a difference. I want to help kids drink clean water. What is it you want? What's your why for getting up? Find your why and anchor in it in spite of fear. Don't let fear keep you in a place where you don't want to be. If you have doubts, I know one lady in this room, I won't call her the name. We were talking earlier and she was saying, I know what I like to do, but I have bills. I get it. Here's the thing. Don't leave your 9 to 5 quite yet. Start working on that thing that came up in the middle of your Ikigai. See how it works. Find people who are doing it. Talk to them. Have coffee with them. Pick their brain. Do research. Use your AI. Talk to me as your coach. I am able to help you to declutter some things, right? And see who is in that field and what kind of money they're making. What certifications do I need? Do I need to go back to school? Ask questions. Because if you ask the wrong question, you're going to get the wrong answer. So as a coach, I help you to ask the right questions. What questions are good questions? What? Because you know when you ask what, it helps you to go deeper and deeper and deeper. If you ask why, you will get possibly the wrong answer. So be careful about the questions that you ask. Society tell you, oh, you're a woman, you need to just do this. Or you're a man, you need to just do that. But how many of you know there are careers that either sex can do? And sometimes we grow up in families that say, oh, you're only supposed to do this and this and this. We've got to get rid of society's expectations, the expectation of family members, and lean in. Where do I find fulfillment? I want joy. I want to make impact. I want to change the world. And again, when I say the world can be right in your home, right in your city, right in your community, or the world at large. The world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want with it. Next slide. We're wrapping up, y'all. Kenny, next slide. And we are here. So my call to action for you today is to find that one small step that you can start doing today to build on what you have found out about what it is you want to do. What do you love? The thing you're passionate about. Can I make money from it? Am I passionate about this enough? Find that one step and take it. Finding your Ikigai does not say it's going to be perfect. Because like I was saying to my brother over there, technology and I, we have a love-hate relationship. So when I have to do the technology piece for my business, some days I get frustrated. So I know I need to hire somebody in that area, right? And when you find your Ikigai, your days are not always going to be hunky-dory, nice and soft. But when it's not, you pause, you reflect, and you remind yourself why you're doing this. That's when your why come in. You remind yourself, why are you doing this? Because if you're in the right profession, your why will lift you up every time. Your why will pick you up when you want to wallow in the mud. Your why is important. So ask your why so you can get to why. Stand in your why so firmly that no matter what breeze blow, no matter what happens, you're going to stand. Does that make sense? Yes. We need to find what's at the core of who we are so that you can do this thing, so that you can impact impact lives so that you can make a change in the lives of people in your home, in your church, in your community, in wherever. Buddha said, your purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart to it. I can do this no matter how tired I am. I wake up and I'm ready to go. Why? Because I'm making a difference. I'm adding value. I'm helping someone to get off the ledge, literally, of career suicide. Don't leave yet. Do you have a plan? Don't jump out of that relationship right yet. Did you have a conversation? Do you know your values? Are you in line? Ask questions so you know what you need before you say, hey, I'm out. Find your why. Why did you love that man in the first place and you said yes to him in the first place? Why did you go on that job interview and say, yes, I'll be here 9 to 5 and I'll do this? Why did you do it? So when you find your why, you ask your what question when challenges come up to keep you grounded. Next slide. Now it's your time to talk back to me. Questions? Yes.
Okay. Transparently. I don't hate where I am career-wise.
Okay.
I lack drive, passion, anticipation for the day when I go to work. I know that I'm good at a number of things, especially singing. I really love singing, as most of you probably can tell. But if you didn't know, but seriously, like I think that's one of like the top 3 things that I truly have a passion for, and also building relationships and networking. I feel like I do a really good job with that. Where if a client or a person comes to you and says that they don't know how to take the first step into the right direction of where they want to lean into or how they want to kind of test things out, see where things go, or find out, you know, how to kind of transition from a place that they're not happy. How do you always kind of, or what's the route that you usually go with the person? How do you recommend that they kind of take the first step?
Okay, so usually I have an intake process, so I get a little bit of background information and we kind of go through those things, right? And then we identify where they're at and where they would like to go, or things that someone has said to them about what they see them doing. So we ask a lot of intuitive questions, incisive questions to get to more. What have you done before? When you did this and this and this, how did you feel? Because emotion means something. When you feel something, you know that this is giving you a hint. Right, you like singing. There are many things you can do with singing versus having to go on stage. Can you do things for children? You know? They have sing-along. You can record different things. You can do voiceover. There's so many things. We start unpacking where else can you use your voice that may not be on the stage, right? So we start going deeper. What are some things that draw you, singing draws you to it, right? What is it? So there's a lot of questions. So we can't unpack it in one session, but we start asking questions for them to kind of zoom out. What did you like as a kid? Right? What was easy and fun and joyful for you? And then we kind of come in, bring it in, what can that look like today? Right? Because we've got to find fulfillment and joy. Yes, I know the bills have to be paid, but can you do the regular work and try to find out this and then make a transition once you figure it out? Right? We're not saying jump out of the frying pan into the fire. We're not saying jump out of the boat into the water. Right? We're not saying that. But we're saying if you start to feel something in here, pay attention. And reach out to a coach that can help you. And in the coaching session, if we're going through and I realize what's blocking you could be something that you need to speak to a therapist on or with, then we pause. And I either refer you to therapists that I have connection with, or you can find one on your own, right? Because sometimes we go through stuff and there's a block. But based upon our conversation, then I'll learn more about you and realize what's standing in the way. All right? Does that help you? Questions?
Hi, Giselle.
Any other questions?
Yeah, so how, like, I've already feel like, because I know that I'm already in transition, I've been in transition in a lot of things for a long time. A while. So, how do you, I guess, move forward when you're stuck, you're in the middle of the transition and you hit a block and you get stuck? And it seems like the doors that you're trying to walk through are closed, or they may not necessarily be the right doors, and you don't know which way to.
That's where coach come in. That's where a coach, you know, there's a saying that you can go fast by yourself or you can go far with help. Find your help. Find your help. Because sometimes you're looking at one dimension, your coach can help you to see what you don't see. Because there's a conversation and we know how to hear what you're not saying. Because people's that an attitude says a whole lot, right? So that you're able to pick up that, you're not giving me the whole truth. Give me the rest of it. What's standing in the way? Was it something a teacher said, somebody said, that caused you to now feel a way about this particular gift? Was it minimized, right? Any other question? For those online, thank you all very much for being there. We appreciate you. And I will reach out to you all once we know exactly who's online that you need these handouts. I'll send them over to you. Thank you all. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So like, what if you're in school, like, you want to change your major, but they don't really have what
That's a good question.
what's like the alternative to that, besides like, I guess, maybe like transfer it or something?
Well, that's an option, but you have a guidance, not a guidance counselor, that's high school, but you have someone, an advisor that you can sit with and just be honest. We've got to be vulnerable and honest. Say, I'm at a roadblock, this is what I'm feeling, this is where I'm at, I took this class and I don't feel this is for me. What are some things? They have assessment tests out there that you can find out what you're good at, what you're strong in, and they recommend certain professions to focus on. So there are assessments that, you know, we can go through as well. Or if you're in college, I'm sure they have something like that at your college that you can talk to your advisor and find out how to move out of that particular focus to a different focus.
Do you help college students as well?
I do.
Do you ever administer any of those like assessments as well?
Yes. Any other questions?
Just had one, but
I think this is gonna be a part two.
Okay.
Predicting, organizing. Like, for someone who's in a job where they're not satisfied or believing they're using their skills, and they do have options, time, maybe, to explore, or, if they're flexible with that, how do we manage or tackle all these skills or the ideas that we've gotten from our Ikigai?
Okay, for those of you who are in the workforce, your manager or your supervisor hopefully have what they call a developmental plan. In this developmental plan, this is where you're contributing, saying, these are the things that I like, these are my aspirations. He or she should work with you to figure out how does that fit in the team, in the company, in that department, right? And help you to get there. So you have to have, this is what I would like to see, this is the growth I'm seeing that this is going on. Also take a look at in your HR to see the position that's there and the job description. What are the job descriptions saying about what it is you want? It may not be the right title, but the description may be, okay, that sounds like something that's in line with what I really want to do.
What if they're two different industries, two different types of fields? Like,
I'm not sure I understand.
I mean, makes sense. Like, I work with children with special needs, like I do behavior therapy,
Uh-huh.
but I want to do more arts and crafts and arts and stuff.
Okay.
So now those are two That's on the weekends. I work, I go, I have a 9 to 5 every week. I want to incorporate those things, yes, but I need time to manage so that I can somehow fit or incorporate. But I don't have time to sit down and like, how do I manage all of those gifts and organize them so that I'm able to tackle them all?
First, you really have to sit with yourself and prioritize what's the most important thing to you, right? You got to know that. Once you can prioritize what is it that you want, knowing that, then you partner up with ways and people who can help you. It could be someone in your company, it could be a coach, it could be a trusted friend, somebody that really is good with organization. And here's the thing, time management is a myth. It's about energy. It's about how you use your energy, what you have to do. Because 24 hours is given to everybody, and some people are successful in 24 hours while others struggle. So you got to find out what are those top 3, top 5 things that you need to do today, right? And if you're in your 9 to 5 and it's just not working out how you would like it to, you really need to sit with yourself, do some brain dump, connect with a coach or someone that you can be honest with and say, this is what I'm feeling, this is where I'm at, these are my aspirations, help me figure this out. Right? Feel free to talk to me after we're done. Anybody else? All right? Thank you all so much for being here. We really appreciate it. There's lots of lunch left back there. Make sure you take it. Please join me on my Instagram, YouTube. I'm growing my channel, so just hover and subscribe and help me to spread the word. Also, you can put your name on the list that I have over there if you're interested in a 15-minute free coaching with me, and we can definitely help you to get to the center. So you can just leave it on the. All right?
Please take some. Somebody clap the audience.
Take a picture with me in front of the audience. Back, real quick.
Somebody pass
Which
the
way do you want? You want to
plate.
stand off?
Yeah, over there. Here.
If you are familiar with young adult ministry, myself, Logan, who are our creative leader, I have on this side of me, and CBL, and back there, we're our young adult ministry team. We have things coming up. Please sign up. Please find our Instagram, Revision Young Adults. Is that right?
You can take a picture.
You want it right up here?
You'll see us on there posting stuff. Also, we want to grow our team. So if you're interested in young adult ministry and things that we're putting on programs and events, we already have things lined up for the entire year that we're doing.
You got to get the audience.
By June 30th, next event, we'll do the part 2 of this. So we'll have actually people in various different industries doing coaching. You'll actually get a chance to actually shadow and be a little bit more accountable with them and helping you achieve some of your career and or entrepreneurial goals.
Bring your resume.
Bring your resume.
Business plan ideas.
Bring your resume, bring your, if you have, if you're interested in entrepreneurship, bring your entrepreneurship ideas. We'll have people there that will help you and help develop you, help put you on the track to developing towards that goal.
Ponce. The Ponce City Market.
Oh, Ponce Market, yeah.
That's where we'll be, industrial upstairs.
Can I get the pencils and pens back too?
Also, if you have not already, since it's new, download the Revision app and sign up for our connections. You'll get any information from us through the app and for some of the call as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, grab some food, take some food with you. All right. Thank you. You recorded it? Thank you. Send it to me, please, and thank you. Oh, I like your purse. It's so cute. Was this helpful?
It was.
Is this your daughter?
This is my oldest, yeah.
Oh,
3.
okay. What's your name?
Cynthia.
I'm Shelia.
Hi, Shelia.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Kayla.
Kayla, nice to meet you. Yeah, yeah. So I wanted, folks